Good morning guys, and welcome back to another vlog. It is Thursday morning, it's about 5:30. You probably can hear the birds tweeting. So you'll have seen from the title of this video, I may have had a little bit of a binge last night. I just wanted to like be honest with you, like it happens, like I'm not perfect at all, like that is what I try and get across, like I am not perfect, like these things happen to me like they might happen to you, and I just wanted to just kind of show you how I deal with it really, and try and help you guys like if you go through the same thing. So last night after my tea, I had like my normal tea as usual. I had my like yogurt bowl and fruit and jelly as usual, and that was all fine. Went to the cupboard to get my square of chocolate to finish off my macros, and yeah, my chimp took over and I just went a little bit mad, and basically I had a bit of every single chocolate bar that I have in the cupboard. I've got one of those Lotus biscuit spread things. Yep, teaspoon went to that. Some ice cream in the freezer as well. So, yeah, it happens. Like, I've spoken to, I know a few of you suffer from it as well, and I suffer from it. Just like your chimp takes over, and before you know it, you've consumed like an extra 500-600 calories, like from nowhere, for no reason. You don't need them. Like, I wasn't hungry at all. I was really full, but I'm not going to dwell on it. So that's my first tip, is do not dwell on it. Don't keep going over and over on it in your mind. Like, it's happened, move on. You've just got to try and find ways to stop it happening again. That's all it is. So, woken up this morning, still feel a bit rubbish because I felt rubbish when I went to bed. Still feel rubbish this morning, but rather than dwell on it, I thought, right, I'm going to turn this into a positive and record a video about it. I'm not going to shy away from it. I'm going to record a video and show you the things that I do to try and get myself back on track. So number one, do not dwell on it. Number two is drink tons and tons of water. So I haven't weighed myself this morning, from the simple fact that I know my weight's going to be up from probably the amount of sodium and just the sheer volume of stuff that I ate last night. So didn't weigh myself this morning, so didn't put myself through that. So filled up one of these. So this is just a 750 milliliter one, so I'm probably going to go through at least 3 or 4 of these today, just to try and rehydrate my body, just to try and flush out all that excess sodium that I probably ate last night. So I'm going to try and drink a full one of these before my first lot of clients this morning at the gym, and then I'm just going to constantly drink throughout the rest of the day. One down. Just finished with my client Amber, and we've just managed to do a 30-inch box jump for the very first time, so I'll insert a clip of that here, but that is something that we've been trying to do for ages. Amber is a sheep farmer, and what she wanted to do was to be able to jump on one of the hay bales from like at work, so we've been building up that, and yeah, we've just done 30 inches, amazing. I am just going to do a little bit of a cardio circuit now, just going to try and get a little bit of a sweat on, just because like I said before, holding quite a lot of water from all the sodium that I ate yesterday. So tip number 3, I think it is to sweat. So just get out, move your body, make yourself feel better, get those endorphins flowing. So that is what I'm going to do now, and I'll film a little bit as well. So that's just a little circuit that I've just done. So I did battle ropes for 20 hits, I don't really know what you call them. Then did med ball slams, burpees, kettlebell swings going down in a pyramid. So I started off with 10 with each, then 8, then 6, then 4, then 2. And it's taken me like 5 minutes if that. So I'm just gonna get my breath back, and then I'm gonna do it again. And that is cardio circuit's finished, so I just did it twice through. Second time through, instead of doing 10, 8, 6, I did 9, 7, 5, 3, 1. I'm home and into usual comfy clothes. So when I was with Amber earlier on, I said I didn't know what I wanted for breakfast. So we went on the internet and just went on Pinterest and typed in healthy breakfast ideas, and in fact this wasn't one of the ideas, but it kind of like inspired it. So what I'm gonna make is like an egg white omelette pizza thing. So basically using all the same ingredients as usual. So I've got all my veggies as normal, some ham, and then I'm gonna use some of this like low fat feta cheese as well, and some of this Weight Watchers cheese. We'll see what it looks like when I've done it, and then we'll let it know if it's like a success or not. Also, I'm just going to have a green tea. So I've just cooked the egg whites, I've topped it with some passata, the cooked veg, the cheese, and now I'm just gonna flip it over. I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna get that onto my plate and make it look nice. And I've also just got some spinach, so I'm just gonna have some spinach with it as well. So I managed it. So we've got my egg white like calzone with some spinach. So this is so good. I would highly recommend you try it at home if you can. So I've just added a little bit of Frank's hot sauce on top. It's a little bit like an egg white calzone. And I'm also watching some Sarah's Day, who I'm currently addicted to on YouTube. Oh, and this is my third lot of water. And then I've got my green tea in here, and that is my coffee from earlier. And excuse the state of my desk. Sorry. I've just got myself some hot water with lemon in because, just because I know that it's been shown to be like, not cleansing, but I know that it will make me feel better. It'll like detoxify my body. So I'm just gonna drink that, carry on my water, and I'm gonna start editing this video before I head back to the gym for my 2 lunchtime clients. So another one of my tips is for like getting over the binge and stuff and making yourself feel a bit better is when you're at the gym to actually wear an outfit that you really like. So I've just got on my trusty Lululemons, my Nike Metcons, just got this jumper from Topshop from like years ago, and then I've got on a vest from Lululemon and sports bra from Forever 21, but I like this outfit. I know I feel comfortable in it, so I'm ready to have a good workout this afternoon. I wouldn't normally train twice in a day like I have done today, but it's simply from time constraints that I know that I'm away the next 3 days, so I just want to get a good leg session in this afternoon. So nothing to do with like overindulging last night at all. Like, you don't need to make up for it with like double gym sessions or anything like that, but I just want to get a good leg session in this afternoon before I go off tomorrow. So I will probably won't film very much just because I've only got an hour, and I will see you when I get some lunch in a bit. It is a salad, so I've just got some mixed leaves in there, spinach and iceberg, grated carrots, bean sprouts, some tomatoes, cucumber, raspberries, and then I've just got a little bit of hummus, a little bit of salsa, and then here I've just got a tin of tuna, and I've just mixed it with some of this Frank's chili and lime. This is my favourite one, which Morrison's now have, and then I'm on to my 4th bottle of water. I've just seen me put together my tea. I've been using these frozen Barza fillets from Morrison's. Like, you get 4 in a pack for like £2, and you can cook them from frozen. They're really nice and super handy to just have in the freezer for grabbing out. And then I've had it with some vegetables, including asparagus, which is a brilliant diuretic, so getting rid of any excess water that you might be holding. So I love asparagus, I'm so glad it's back in season. And then I topped it with some of this Eat Smart pesto from Morrison's. So for 10 grams, it is only 18 calories, so super flavoursome. Like, it's the top tip that I give all my girls as well. So I've popped it in the oven wrapped it all up, popped it in the oven for 25 minutes. I'll have a look and see what it's like, top it with some lemon juice, and then probably have it with some courgette, just because I've got some left over to use up in the fridge. This is my 5th bottle finished, but I've just had it with a little bit of Ribena Light. I'm just cooking up my courgette whilst my fish just finishes off for a couple of minutes in the oven. But you may be wondering, well, how is that any different to how you eat normally? That's key. Don't really change anything up all that much. I maybe reduce my salt intake down a tiny little bit, make sure I'm just getting plenty of fresh vegetables. I'll be having some fruit a bit later on, lots of protein too, which is no different really to how I eat every other day. So try not to overthink it. So that's another one of my top tips. Again, don't overthink it. Just go back to how you were eating before. You can maybe like lower your calories a tiny bit. I probably have done a little bit subconsciously today, probably like lowered mine a little bit, but not in any like great deal. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to this tea. I'll show you now. I'll just get it out of the oven and I'll show you what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. It smells amazing. So everything all steams inside the little packet. Then I've just got my courgette with some pepper in there as well. Yum. By cooking your fish in one of those little parcels as well, it stops your kitchen smelling of fish as well. Bonus. So this is what it looks like. I've just got a bowl because we don't have any dishes left, and it smells amazing. So much goodness. I've just gone for my usual yogurt bowl with some protein powder and loads of berries. But that is all I'm going to have in it tonight, so I'm not going to have any extra ice cream or anything like that. I'm just going to stick to the berries and the yogurt. So as you'll have seen today, I've kind of stuck to like a whole food sort of diet, so I've not really had anything processed whatsoever. Not because it's bad for you at all, but I just know that I feel much better when I stick to like my whole food, so like my meats, vegetables, fruits, etc. I feel just so much better. So that is what I've stuck to for today. So that is another tip for you just to try out. So you do know that I'm like a full proponent of flexible dieting, so I will fit in anything, because like no food is bad for you, it just depends on the quantities. But just when I'm like trying to get over a little bit of a binge, that's what I like to do, just try and strip it all back and stick to the basics. That yogurt bowl was absolutely fine even without the ice cream. It was so nice. I love raspberries. Raspberries are my favourite fruit. What is your favourite fruit? There was a general consensus that most people don't like grapefruit, and that's in my group of girls, by the way. And I was surprised, but not many people like apples. Apples were really low down the list as well. So on to one of my final tips. It is to control your food environment. So what I mean by that is, if you don't buy it, you can't eat it. So if you know that you're tempted to binge, then don't have things like that in the fridge, in your cupboards, or in your fridge, in your freezer. So this is one that I need to take my own advice on, because I'm so guilty of just like buying all the treats and like leaving them in my cupboard. Like you can see, I'll show you my treat box actually. So this is my box. So what have we got in here? So I've got all these different types of chocolate. As you can see, they're all open. They all had a bit eaten out of them last night. Another one there. And then, yeah, so that is my treat box. There's a little bit more. And then I've got my spreads up here. And then these are like cereal bars and my digestives and stuff. So if they weren't there, then I couldn't have eaten them last night. So that is one thing I'm going to try and do myself, is to just like cut down on the amount that I have. It's another thing, like, don't have sweets and chocolate out on the sides at home. Put them away, put them in a cupboard away, out of sight, out of mind. Like, have fruit and stuff available, like healthy things. So yeah, control your food environment. That is probably one of my top tips. Like, yeah, if you don't have it, you can't eat it. So just buy it in like portion control amounts, so you know that you can't overindulge. I hope you found these tips really useful. Like I said, like, I'm not perfect. I like always want to get that across to you guys. Like, that's one of the reasons that I made this channel, was to show you that and to share my tips and tricks, etc., and to just, yeah, hope to help you basically. So I hope you found this video useful. If you have, if you want to leave a comment down below, give me a thumbs up. If you want me to create more videos like this with like hints and tips and stuff, then just let me know and I will do my best. And yeah, until next time, I will see you soon.